Hey, Facebook, hey, YouTube, it's just Gigi and Jesus, and we are baking and cooking. You know what? I have been decorating. See, I got all my fall stuff out, and lately I have just been so loving making like fall kind of breads and muffins and things like that. I made some pumpkin muffins. I've made zucchini bread. But today we are gonna make zucchini muffins, and I hope my daughter-in-law is watching this so she can also learn to make her own zucchini stuff. She loves the bread. I think she'll love these muffins. I found the recipe today and we're gonna make it, and it's gonna be good and it's gonna be easy, okay? All right, let me pull it up here and let's get going. I get a lot of my good recipes on Pinterest, and I put in 5 stars and they come up with lots of goodies, okay? So here we go, we're gonna make this. So one thing you're gonna do, you're gonna preheat your oven to 350, and you're gonna get you a muffin pan and get you some little things in there, or spray it. I sprayed mine, okay? Hope you guys are doing good. It's absolutely beautiful here in Kentucky. I mean, 70s, it got down to 48 last night. That was a little chilly. But we are enjoying this weather. It is so nice. So let's get started. Now, I like to do my dry ingredients here, okay? And then we're gonna add them to the wet ingredients. And first of all, we're gonna use 2 cups of flour. So you can use all-purpose flour. I use self-rising flour in everything. I just use it as, if it says 2 cups, I use 2 cups of self-rising, and I don't add the other stuff in. It works for me. I hope it works for you. So first of all, we're gonna put 2 cups of flour, and this is gonna be our dry stuff, and then we're gonna add some spices to it. And this is what's gonna make it really yummy, okay? We're gonna put a whole teaspoon full of cinnamon in. Now, I love cinnamon, don't you? And you know, it's actually good for you, they say. There's cinnamon. That's a heaping cinnamon, but that's okay, because we like a lot of love of cinnamon. Okay, we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I didn't see that I'm supposed to get some cloves too. Okay, this is a 1/4 right here. I was looking, nutmeg, it's gotten really expensive. I was looking at it last night, and I'm not out yet, but I thought, I'm gonna wait a little long. And like a little bitty thing was like $7 or something. That, and I do like a little extra nutmeg, so I'm gonna put a little bit in there. Okay, and then we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of, I thought we had ginger. Yeah. Oh, it said a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. I just read that wrong. So you know what? I did like a 1/4 and a 1/2 because I added more, so I'll just add a little more there. We can always add more. You can't take away, right? So, and now we're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. Okay, I happen to have all these because I do like to bake. Okay, there's ginger, and then this said cloves. Hold that thought, because I have got to find my cloves. I didn't realize it had cloves. And I hope my hair is not a party in the back and business up front, because you never know. A lot of times I turn around, I'm like, oh Lord, I didn't want my hair to look like that when I turned around. Okay, and I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves right here. Okay, let me level that off. Cloves can be really strong and they're really good, but definitely only want to put what it says. Okay, now we got the flour, we got the cinnamon, nutmeg, and all that. Wonderful. I'm gonna stir this up. I don't know, I like to bake. It's very satisfying to me at night. I do like a little glass of milk and like something. And what's that something gonna be? I don't want fruits and vegetables at night. I don't eat cereal anymore. I used to want cereal. I want a glass of milk, but I just want a little something. So a muffin, a lot of times a muffin will suit me, or a piece of good old, baked bread, like banana bread, something like that. Okay, let's keep going. We got our dry ingredients mixed together, And now in the separate bowl over here, we're gonna start mixing the eggs, okay? So we got 1, and I got 2 eggs, 2 big eggs, okay? Let me see here now. We're gonna do the eggs and we're gonna do the sugar and the brown sugar all together. And I think this, I'm gonna move over here so you can see it. We're gonna do, now, it calls for granulated sugar. I did not want to run to the store in Dollar General. I didn't get, I think Bill used up all the granulated sugar last night for the bees. But I'm going to use raw sugar. I hope it has the same flavor. Sugar should be sugar, but we'll see. And then this is a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, okay? Okay, we are going to whip this together for a little bit until it's nice and creamy. Let me check my recipe. I got my flour, I got the sugar and the eggs. We're gonna let's stir in that vanilla. And I think it's 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Love, love, love my vanilla, don't you? Sometimes I put it in my morning coffee. I love me some vanilla. Okay. So there we go. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Makes everything in baking taste yummy. Okay. We are going to mix this together for a little bit and beat it all in. And then the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients we're going to combine. Okay? Okay, hold that thought. Glenda forgot her zucchini. That's the main ingredient. That's the main ingredient, right? Like, I got everything. Okay. It's all right. I had everything ready except the zucchini. So, you guys, pardon me, bear with me. All we need for zucchini, I'm going to wash it off real quick, right here. Okay? Put this over here. You know, this is what is like, this is live. It's being videoed, but it's a live thing. We're going to roll with it just the way it is. I'm going to wash these 2 zucchinis off and grab my grater because this is real life. Sometimes things can be a little different than you expected. You just roll with it, right? It's all good. Okay, usually 2 cups of zucchini is 2 small zucchinis. I get out my grater and I just go to town. Let me get a paper plate, a pepper plate, and I'm gonna cut this off right here, the end of it, and we're gonna grate it. Last time I just put my cup under there. I just grated. You know, it takes no time to do this. Pretty easy. Get out your grater, and I gotta watch it because you know I skin my darn fingers up. I think I'm not as close as I could be or something. And okay, look how fast I can do this in no time. A whole cup. Okay, it's gonna be 2 cups of zucchini. Now, let me try putting all this extra that fell off in there because we want to do it exactly like they said. And that seemed a little light. Okay, there's 1 cup. And now we're going to do this other zucchini. And it'll make, like I said, one of these will make about 1 cup. Now I don't do it on that little side. I do it on this one like a cabbage almost. And it seems to bake up just fine. You know, there's something about baking and creating yummy things to eat. Some people like gardening. Some people like, you know, doing things with art. I like baking. And I'm not exactly always the cleanest little baker. I can sometimes make quite a little mess. But I clean it all up. I clean it all up. Okay, let's just do a little bit more here. And we are gonna have a yummy, this is some more zucchini. Okay, we are gonna have a yummy, yummy zucchini muffins here really soon. Let me move all this stuff out of the way. I'm gonna bring this back over here. We're just gonna add in that zucchini right into the rest of it. Okay? We're almost there. We're almost done. Now, I also love pecans. So we're gonna put some pecans in there. And that's another thing I've noticed, the price of pecans. Uncle Bill said, we are gonna grow some pecan trees. Yeah, because I love pecans. In the morning, I eat them every morning, and I love them to put them in stuff like this, right? I love my pecans. I love walnuts, but pecans lately have really been my jam. Okay. Look. Okay, I'm gonna check my recipe, but I think that's it. And I could try tasting a little bit of it. See what it's gonna taste like. Okay. We did the dry ingredients, we did the wet ingredients, and then we put in the zucchini and the pecans, and now we're just gonna put them in the muffin cups. That's good. For me, I think it needs just a little more of the nutmeg. If you want more spice, you can put in a little more of the nutmeg. It's got a good flavor. This is the first time I made this, but I find like I like to be a little heavier handed on some of the spices. That's me. You taste it. If you like it the way it is, leave it alone, okay? I'm adding a little bit of everything, just another pinch of it or so, to bring out a little more of the flavor for me, okay? So let me blend this up real quick. Uh-oh, what happened? I pulled it out of the wall. Let me pull you this way. Okay. That was pretty quick, huh? Okay, let's taste it again. Let's say I'll taste it with this in, not same in. That's really good. I'm looking around. I think I've got everything in there except my dry ingredients. Okay, so now I'm gonna put those dry ingredients in here. Some people wait to put the zucchini in last. I put the dry ingredients in last. Okay. And yes, I like to add spices to my dry and wet ingredients to give it a little more pizzazz. You don't have to. You can just leave it with the dry ingredients. You can add just the wet ingredients. I think if I do a little bit of both, most people put it with the dry, but when I do it with a little bit of both, it creates something special. Perfecto. Okay. Now we are just gonna put them in the muffin pans and let this, I say put them about half full. I like using a little cup. I used to make such a mess when I did this, and I'm still a messy cook. If you can see my kitchen right now, you know what I'm talking about. I just kind of roll with what I got. I move quickly. I'm not wanting to horse around, take my time. If I get into it, I want to get it done. Therefore, I will also turn around and clean this right up because I don't want my kitchen to look like this. It's not too bad. Hey, sign of a messy kitchen is a good cook a lot of times, right? Or someone who loves to be in the kitchen to mess it up. Make some things special for your family. Let them smell some zucchini muffins when they walk in. Come in from school. I have memories of that. I have memories of my mama cooking or baking something, and I'd come in the door in the afternoon on a fall day, and that smell hits you in the face, and it says, "Welcome home." I love you. Okay, these are going in. And put them right in there. Let me see. I think they're like 15 minutes, but I gotta check. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. 350. And it says you can even fill them up to 2/3 full. I'm more like a half, but that's okay. However you like them, you can do them. These are gonna be delicious. My house is gonna smell good. And then we can get back to doing some more decorating. I wanna get back to, I think I've used up all my stuff. I always love to put candles out, and I'm a candle person year round. And then this window is probably the favorite thing about my kitchen, is that bay window. It overlooks our backyard. And this was my mom and dad's house, and it's always so cool to sit here and look out that big window. Well, you guys have a blessed day. I hope you make some zucchini bread or muffins. Today it's muffins. I think it's not hard. It's pretty easy. I'm sorry I forgot the zucchini, of all things, right? I haven't done one of these videos for about 2 weeks, so I guess I was a little rusty. And like I said, a little bit messy. But I hope you guys have a blessed day, and thank you for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. And I always do a reel or a picture of the finished product. I don't do it on my video that I'm making it, but I always add a reel or a picture. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Love you so much. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.